welcome to the Homesmine, our brand that covers print, online and TV. This week we're in the lovely village of Worsley, so let's take a look why. I'm having a tour around Bardsley Construction's The Boatyard and finding out the latest on their buyer incentives, discovering the history of the area's famous chocolate canals, and we even have time for a quick tour of a brand new development in Duckenfield. With its winding waterways, Tudor architecture and very own village green just over there, Worsley certainly deserves its title as one of the most picturesque and peaceful areas of Salford. Salford is an area of massive regeneration that's moving into an exciting future as a thriving cultural, economic and residential location. From urban amenities to parks and rivers, Salford is building on the diversity of its waterfront, urban and countryside environments to create places where people want to live, work, invest and visit. And right in the heart of it all lies the scenic gem of Worsley. Home of the famous Bridgewater Canal, this village hardly needs to advertise its credentials as the birthplace of the Industrial Revolution. You're just 15 minutes away from the centre, and with the M60 and Manchester Airport nearby, the world is your oyster. This picturesque village conjures up images of hazy days by the canal, watching the barges drift past, though with modern developments such as the Marriott Park Hotel, property prices are on the up. It's an ideal place for both families and professionals, as they will find plenty of desirable houses and new builds to choose from. Broad Oak Primary School is close by, with test scores soaring above the national average. As one of the world's first industrial cities, Salford is blessed with many historical firsts and achievements. Thanks to the 40 miles of the Duke of Bridgewater's underground canals at the Delph, Worsley is heading towards UNESCO World Heritage status. At the Quays there is a wealth of world-class entertainment, leisure and cultural facilities on offer, including the Lowry, Manchester United Museum and Tour, the Imperial War Museum North and the Lowry Outlet Mall. And at the Salford Water Sports Centre you can try your hand at rowing, sailing, canoeing or windsurfing. With so much history, character and redevelopment, it's no wonder Salford is fast becoming one of the more popular areas to live and to invest. Well, I've arrived here at the Boatyard where there's a mixture of canal-side houses and apartments, so there really is something for everybody. I'm sure you want to take a peek inside.
Hi.
Good morning, Graham.
Welcome to the Boatyard.
Thank you.
Come in and I'll show you around our new show home.
This is a beautiful hallway.
Thank you. Now, what we've tried to do, houses of this size, this spec, is to create a nice sense of arrival, lots of space.
You've definitely achieved that.
Good.
So where to first?
Well, let's go through to the kitchen and we'll show you around. Okay, so on the ground floor of this 4-bed house you've got the integral garage, you've got the downstairs cloaks and you've got storage in the hallway, and then you come into basically the family kitchen and the family dining room, which goes out onto the back garden there. The kitchen itself is the Rolls Royce of kitchens, which we acclaim to. It's the Pogue and Paul kitchen, right. Fully fitted with integral Miele appliances, from your oven, your fridge freezer, your dishwasher.
So you haven't scrimped in any way, have you?
No, this is the best spec we've ever produced, and the area warrants that kind of specification.
Is that why? Because of the area and the type of buyer that you're going to attract and the type of development that you're doing?
Yeah.
It's got to be that type.
I mean, this market, everybody's aware of the quality, everybody's aware of the products we're putting in, and this is what they're looking for. The worktops, you've got choices of granite, you've got the Corian.
It's a beautiful kitchen, and the sculpted Corian.
Yeah.
Works really well down on the end panels.
Yeah, there's no shortcuts at all. Everything's a name, everything's renowned for quality, and that's what we're trying to sell across to people.
It looks fantastic.
Good, thank you.
It's a very attractive kitchen, and nice view out onto the garden as well.
Yeah, you're straight onto the garden area there, so any dinner parties or barbecues in the summer comes into the house as well.
So little girl's room first.
Yeah, we've come up onto the first floor now. It's a 4-bed house. There's 2 bedrooms on the first floor. Ideal size room for kiddie's bedroom, office, and anything like that.
Now this looks interesting. In the child's room, what's this?
Yeah, it's throughout the house. It's our intelligent wiring system, which is an audio and visual system, which means no DVD boxes, Sky dishes, Sky boxes in every room.
So again, top to back, even in the little girl's room?
Every room, yeah.
So where's your next? Another bedroom?
Okay, so this is a third of the 4 bedrooms.
This is a good sized room.
A good sized double room, yeah. And we'll walk you through to the family bathroom. Okay, so we've got the family bathroom. All the bathrooms on all the properties are fitted out with Duravit suites, Hansgrohe fittings for the taps and the like.
It's a fantastic double-ending bath and very luxurious. You've got TV at the end.
Yeah, full-size bath as well. Then you've got the chrome towel rails and a choice of towels from the Laura Ashley range.
Beautiful bathroom.
Thank you.
This is a lovely room, Graham. Check out that view down the canal, it's fab.
Yeah, this is the final room on this first floor. It's your family lounge, a good sized family lounge with the built-in fireplace. Again, you've got your intelligent wiring throughout the house. And because it's an elevated room, we're overlooking the canal side there,
That's
right
lovely.
down the canal.
And double windows on this aspect as well.
Plenty of light, yes. Now we've come on to the second floor in the property. This is the second bedroom, which is ensuited.
It's a very large house, isn't it? As you're walking around, this is a big sized bedroom on the top floor. So it's a lovely ensuite.
Yeah, both bedrooms on this floor have got double ensuite, so it's double shower, Duravit bathrooms again, and again with Laura Ashley tiles.
And lots of light coming in this bedroom too.
A theme we've tried to carry out throughout the house.
So let's take a look at the final bedroom.
Okay.
Oh, now I can see this is definitely the master bedroom.
Yeah, again, this is a master suite, double ensuite again. You've got the elevated views down the canal front again.
Yeah, that's lovely. Lots of room in here for storage. I mean, you can fit fitted wardrobes easily in here,
Yeah,
can't
there's
you?
plenty of options in here. It's like a hotel room in effect.
It is, isn't it? It's got that
great.
boutique hotel feel.
Yeah.
A definite retreat from the sort of the rest of the house. It's
Hideaway,
lovely.
yeah, it's great.
Well, it's a very luxurious show home, Graham. Thanks for showing us around.
No problem, thank you.
Well, that was a gorgeous show home, very luxurious. And if you want to come with me, we're going to go and have a chat with Lisa about some buyer incentives. Now, Lisa, you're the sales negotiator for the Boatyard, based in this beautiful sales office.
Yes.
And you've got some interesting schemes to help buyers buy the property, so talk me through those.
We specifically designed an assisted agency scheme which basically helps people to sell their property in this difficult market conditions, really.
And are you finding that clients have come to you and said we're struggling to sell? So
Yes, everybody seems to have a property to sell, and and obviously this is why we have designed this product, really.
So how does it work?
It works that we instruct a local nominated agent. We use the weight of our company to get them to push our property a little bit more. They may advertise more often in the local papers. They will do more mail shots for us and possibly do property of the week and other similar tactics, really, to help push that particular property.
So you're more in control, Bardsley's more in control of the agent who's selling the client's house, so you can sort of give them that G up and call them regularly, the things that the client might not do.
Exactly. We actually liaise with the agent on a weekly basis. They report to us if there's any viewings or any potential
so you really
interest.
do take charge of it?
Definitely, yes, definitely.
So do you help financially as well?
We do. We actually pay the home information pack up front, because obviously that's required. And then at the end, hopefully when the agent sells the property, we do pay the estate agent fees.
So it's early stages yet for the scheme, but what sort of feedback have you had?
Well, the clients feel that it's very beneficial. They all come back and say, obviously, they appreciate that we deal with the agent and they don't have to have the hassle of that.
And it's not just here on the boatyard, is it?
No, it's across all of our developments, so, you know, it is working and people seem to be very pleased with it.
And you're in charge of it, so you should know.
Yes, so they have one point of contact as well, so that helps, so that they can just come to me with any queries, and the agents similarly have one point of contact with myself as well, and you know, we can deal directly with the clients.
So in a difficult market, companies have to be innovative?
Yes, we do. In a difficult market, we do everything we can to help our buyers go ahead and purchase our properties in all of our developments.
Well, thanks very much for chatting to us and talking us through the scheme. Thanks, Lisa.
Oh, no problem, thank you.
With the Bridgewater Basin winding through it, Worsley certainly gives you the feeling life has evolved around the canals. I met a local resident and a historian, Dr. Roger Lorenz, to find out a little bit more. Roger, this is so pretty. This is the heart of Worsley, and you're a bit of an expert, I believe. Talk me through the history.
Well, I've lived here for 37 years and also know quite a bit about the history, and also I'm a boat owner, and we used to operate boats on this canal, the trip boats, and also the commercial boats carrying cargo.
It's absolutely known for its canals.
It is. It was, in effect, the first proper canal in the British Isles. It was opened from here in Worsley to Manchester in 1762. So we're already planning for the 250th anniversary.
So how did this all get started?
Well, the Duke of Bridgewater had been to France and had seen canals in France. He came home and he met James Brindley up at Clifton and basically said, you know, we've got a problem selling coal in Manchester, how can we do it?
And he owned all this land?
Yes, he owned all this land. And Brindley came, designed him a canal to go into Manchester. And the canal then was built basically as the first proper mainline canal in the UK.
What about the buildings? Because the architecture's very particular to Worsley, isn't it? If you see a building like that in Manchester, you think...
I think really it is classic sort of South Lancashire mining village architecture. I mean, the big white house over here, that used to be the first dry dock.
This one here?
Yes, that one there. The black and white building you can see behind us, that was, and the steps, that was the packet house. The Duke had seen people hitching lifts into Manchester on his coal boats, thought he could make a bob or two out of it, so he banned that and he built passenger boats. So
he banned it, so they weren't allowed to do it if he wasn't making money.
No hitching a lift, yeah. He put packet boats on. And in fact, we've had, when we used to run the trip boats, we had Americans come here, and they'd actually got the tickets, which their ancestors left the Manchester area, gone on a packet boat from here to Liverpool, and then sailed across to the States.
Wow, that's an amazing connection.
Yeah, it was the equivalent of Piccadilly Station.
And what is it that you enjoy about boating and having
Getting away from it all. It doesn't suit everybody because it's too slow for somebody. At 4 miles an hour, they really want to be sort of living the motorway dream. But
do you know, I think most people now do want to slow it down. Life's a bit fast, isn't it?
Canals will provide that for you, certainly. And when you actually think of some of the pretty areas that they go through, then it suits people very well.
I mean, that sense of history and the peacefulness, what else is it about Worsley that attracts people? Because it's eternally successful, isn't it, as a magnet for attracting people?
Well, it is a sort of a little community on the outside of the Manchester conurbation. It's got a good public transport, both with the buses, and if you get a bus to Eccles you can get onto the metro. It's close to the motorway, of course, which if you pick your times to go on the motorway, you can be down into London conurbation in 4 hours, Birmingham in 2 hours. It's a good place to be on the west side of Manchester.
And you've brought children up here as well, haven't you?
Yes, and the schools are good schools. They enjoy, do kids ever enjoy going to school? The kids went to local schools.
My stepson is at Broadoak, which is just up the road, and he enjoys it, so, you know.
Yes, I mean, the village has everything really that you'd want, except perhaps shops. Some of the shops have gone now, but Other than that,
Trafford
no.
Centre. The Trafford Centre's 2 minutes up
Oh
the road
yes,
as well,
and
isn't it?
we've got good local supermarkets, no distance away at all.
And tell me, you said quite a funny story about the canal. What was that about the colour?
Oh, the colour, yes. Well, this is the ironstone that comes out of the mines. It is being treated now, so this actually is a better colour than the orangeade it used to be. But yeah, the swans would all have a tide mark, because obviously it was a sort of instant suntan if you fell in.
A cheap way of getting a spray
But it
tan.
is being dealt with, and in fact it already is much better than it used to be.
Well, it's been lovely chatting to you. Thanks thanks very much for talking
Nice
us
to
through the
meet you.
history of Worsley. Well, I've seen joggers, cyclists and dog walkers down here by the canal, so it certainly seems that people love waterside living. Up next, we're going to learn a little bit more about the award-winning Bardsley construction.
My name's Wayne Bardsley. I'm the chairman of Bardsley Construction. It's a second-generation company. My father started it 45 years ago now, and we're still going very strong. We've got a very strong local brand, and we've never wanted to build anywhere else. People know us, we know them, we know the product they want, and it's worked successfully so far. One of the interesting things about our company that makes us builders rather than developers is that we are a contracting organisation, without being too boring. Contracting organisations build for other people, so we build a lot of government work. Schools, offices, housing associations, so we're thought of very, very well. We were Manchester Evening News Business of the Year last year, we were North West Enterprise Business of the Year. This scheme that is behind us won the Daily Mail Best Scheme in Manchester award. We're not frightened of showing off how good we are, because we want these people that buy these houses to realise that it's the most important purchase they'll ever make in their lives, and as such they deserve to be treated well, they deserve good product, and they deserve most importantly they deserve good backup. When you buy a house there's always going to be niggles. What you need to know is that with Bardsley's they're a company that you know the name, you know my name, you know our telephone number, you know where we are, and you can come back and say, look, my door's stiff, my door handle's this or that, the other, and what are you going to do about it? And we come back and do things about it, because our product is our advert. If we're going to sell houses in the future, then we need to depend on the houses we've sold in the past.
Well, we've got life by the canal. What other lifestyles can you have with Bardsley's? I'm going to have another chat with Graham. So we've had a good look round the show home here at the Boatyard. What else does Bardsley's have on at the minute?
We've got 3 other schemes out on site. There's 2 of these are in G Cross. There's an apartment scheme which is ideal for first-time buyers, where we've just opened a show apartment on there. We've also got a housing scheme out in G Cross, same side way, where we've got a mixture of 3 and 4 bedroom properties, again for your first-time buyer and for those moving up.
So slightly different to this development, which is...
Yeah, it's a more affordable property for the younger families. We've also got a scheme out in Duckingfield on the golf course. The architects we've used on that scheme is exactly the same company that we've used up here at the Boatyard, so it's the same style, the Victorian style, using the same materials. Specification across all of our properties tends to be the same. We don't differentiate between a £600,000 house or a £100,000 apartment. We tend to put the poke and pole kitchens in all our properties, so when you get round...
You can scale it down, can't you? Obviously they're not going to be as big or as lavish as maybe the wine coolers, but it's the same spec.
No, but similar to that, we can bespoke any of the houses. We're not saying that's our house and that's what you're buying. We will tweak the designs to suit the customer as well.
And do you think, as a company, as Bardsley's as a company, think that's important, especially in difficult times, to have that flexibility and to allow the client to have a bit of flexibility?
Yes, definitely. It's a question we commonly get asked, whether we can make any amendments to the properties. and we can do anything as long as it's not structural. We can change the properties because that's how we are as a company.
So do clients really ask you to change the houses?
Clients often come in and talk about separating dining areas from kitchen areas, or open plan living into a separate kitchen diner. That's something that regularly crops up, and that's something we've done many a time in the past.
And do you change your style of houses to reflect what clients want?
We listen to, I mean, Duckingfield is a great example of that. You'll go in there and we've actually opened the show home once, listened to the clients that were coming round, and we shut it down for a 3-week period to redesign the ground floor. So we commonly listen to what people are telling us.
And I guess it makes sense because then you're going to sell more properties if you listen
Hopefully.
to your buyers.
Yeah, hopefully. We've got the benefit now of a relaunch up at Duckingfield. We've sold 50% of the scheme out already. There's a mixture on there again of 3-bedroomed and 4-bedroomed, semi-detached and detached properties with views right over the golf course and onto Manchester and beyond.
So what's the specification of the show home over at Duckingfield?
At Duckingfield, the show home we've got there is a 3-bed semi-detached house type. It's got a separate kitchen diner from the lounge area. The lounge in the show home as well has been received very well. We've created like a morning room come lounge with a glazed roof in there as well. We've also fitted out with the intelligent wiring throughout again, so you've got the audio and visual system throughout the house. You've got one ensuite bedroom on the top floor, which is obviously the master suite. And you've got 2 other bedrooms on the first floor of the property next to the family bathroom, which again is fully kitted out with the Duravit and the Hansgrohe fittings. And again, a great sense of space throughout the property, with the hallways being wider than a standard property.
Well, thanks very much for chatting to us about the developments, and it's very nice to meet you, Graham.
Oh, thanks for coming down.
Well, I hope you've enjoyed looking around the wonderful world of Worsley. It really is very pretty, isn't it? That's the end of this week's show, but remember you can watch us again at channelm.co.uk, and I'll see you next time.